Hi, I'm Dylan. I'm a fifth grade student at Humboldt Academy of Higher Learning. I've had JS since the third grade, and what I've learned is giving me a strong foundation for my future. We have a lot of fun in J, and we learn about the things I've heard my parents talk about. But at the time, I didn't fully understand, like paying bills, having to pay so much in taxes, and one of my mom's favorite lines, just because I have this card doesn't mean there's money on it. JA has helped me understand what my mom means. I've learned a lot about managing money. If you want something big, like a new bike, you can't spend all of your money on candy. And our taxes pay for a lot of things that help everyone, like schools and fixing our roads. I learned a lot from Jay in past years, but maybe the most important lesson I learned this year. I was excited about going to J Biztown. I have been looking forward to it ever since my older brother went a few years ago. I wanted to be the mayor of J Biztown, and I gave a speech to my class to try to convince my classmates to vote for me. But I didn't get the job. I was so disappointed. I felt like I didn't want to go anymore. It wasn't easy, but I went anyway. I'm so glad I did. At J Biztown, I felt like a grown-up with a real job. I was the IRS agent. I worked hard that day, passing out tax bills and collecting what was owed. I learned a lot about business that day, but the most important lesson I learned was about life. Things won't always go the way you want, but if you keep a positive attitude, you can still be successful. I'll never forget that lesson as long as I live. I think about Junior Achievement, celebrating its 100-year anniversary, and I think about all the generations of young people who have participated in JA. As a matter of fact, I'm the fourth generation in my family to be involved in JA. It started with my great-grandfather, Harold Ford, who spent many hours recruiting students to participate in Junior Achievement at the J Center on Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. Through J, he made a positive impact of thousands of young people. Some of the youth he connected with weren't sure where their lives were headed until JA. Junior Achievement helped them understand some very important things that helped them find the right path, like responsibility, determination, and the importance of their education. My grandmother understood how valuable JA was too. She participated in Junior Achievement in her youth. Later, she became a JA volunteer. After that, when she was a teacher, she had JA for her students. My mom and several of my uncles and aunts were in JA, and now my brother and I are too. So you see, we're a family of junior achievers. JA has had a positive influence on all of us, just like it has on millions of kids in St. Louis over the years. There's a reason has JA been around so long. It works. With JA, my future shines very brightly. Thank you for joining us tonight to recognize the new laureates to the JA Business Hall of Fame. Thank you even more for investing in my future.